First of all, I had to change up the scenery. You know what I'm saying? Give y'all a different little shot. You know what I'm saying? Give you something different to work with. Honestly, I just did it this way because I'm tired and I wanted to sit on the couch. But listen, bro. Rules is when you come to the crib, act like you've been here before. Alright? Don't be pulling up for your first time and critiquing my shit, you know what I'm saying? Asking me, oh, why I got this blanket sitting here? You know what I'm saying? Why I got this black and white blanket? Why I ain't got shit on the walls? Why I got this plant sitting right here? The plant should probably go somewhere else. Don't be coming over here critiquing my shit. Okay? After you've been here maybe your second time, maybe your third time, maybe your maybe your fourth time, you can come over here and say, hey, that bottle's been sitting there the last 5 weeks. You know what I'm saying? You should probably put that away. You know? Then maybe on your 6th time you can come through and say that, and I won't feel like smacking.
Shaking. I have no words, bro. We have played the best game that we've played in this tournament so far. So far, yeah. Uzbekistan, great game. But this, we're talking about a team with, what were the stats? 34 wins. We're talking about stacked players. They had a lot of goal scorers on here. And yet we've been holding it down. Bossy, bro, shout out to him, bro. First of all, Bellingham should be 2 goals in right now. With those headers, dear God.
So many saves. Bellingham can have 2 goals right now. Rashford can have a goal right now. Harry Kane can have a goal right now. Stopped all of them.
Dear God. But our keeper, if he doesn't win some type of award just from this, it's racism.
That pass from Mbemba, beautiful pass. And our possession. We've been possessing the ball so well. Our midfield, they've been on it. Like, this has been our best game the entire tournament easily. I'm predicting we're going to get 1, maybe 2 more goals this game for sure. We're frying them. This is going to be an easy win for us, comfortable. England, they've had some moments, but they haven't had any real consistency. Their chances have come from getting the ball in like a lucky area and getting a one-time cross into the box. They're not doing that the whole game. If we keep possessing, we keep playing how we're supposed to play, how we've been playing, we're winning this game. 1, maybe 2 more goals. Easy.
You feel me?
He could get a move off of this.
He definitely could.
Him and Cape Verde.
Oh yeah, both of them. Well deserved too. They should. Big clubs. Man United needs a Man United could use a keeper. Bro. I could cry. I could shed a tear right now.
Bruh. Miko, you left your shirt, man. You might want to come get it pretty quick, because this shit is comfortable. I ain't gonna lie to you, my boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh, what a day, bro. What a day. I've been out all day. This morning I woke up a Congolese man. Tonight I was an American man. And in between, I was supposed to be a Senegalese man, but I had to work, so I was Congolese American. It's Congolese American during the afternoon. I was just working all day, bruh. Working all day, man. It's unfortunate, bruh. But I'm lucky. I'm lucky that I was able to go watch the Congo game, go watch my home country, my dad's country, my mom's country. be able to go watch them the day after our Independence Day, you know. And what a match it was. What a match it was. But that's not where I want to start. Where I want to start is, first of all, I had to change up the scenery. You know what I'm saying? Give y'all a different little shot. You know what I'm saying? Give you something different to work with. Honestly, I just did it this way because I'm tired and I wanted to sit on the couch. But listen, bro. Rules is when you come to the crib, act like you've been here before. Alright? Don't be pulling up for your first time and critiquing my shit. You know what I'm saying? Asking me, oh, why I got this blanket sitting here? You know what I'm saying? Why I got this black and white blanket? Why I ain't got shit on the walls? Why I got this plant sitting right here? The plant should probably go somewhere else. Don't be coming over here critiquing my shit. Okay? After you've been here maybe your second time, maybe your third time, maybe your fourth time, you can come over here and say, hey, that bottle's been sitting there the last 5 weeks. You know what I'm saying? You should probably put that away. You know? Then maybe on your 6th time you can come through and say that, and I won't feel like smacking the... Let me relax. Let me chill out, bro. Because, man, I don't like this shit, bro. I don't like this shit. For real, bro. They talking about African teams can't finish, and I don't like this shit, bro. It's feeling a little coonish to me, bro. We was just cool a week ago. You know what I'm saying? We was just cool the other day. Now it's African teams can't finish. What the fuck is we doing, y'all? What are we doing? Don't be hopping off the bandwagon now. We still got teams in there. Ghana play on Saturday, I believe. Cape Verde definitely. I think they both play on Friday. Ghana and Cape Verde play on Friday. We still at war, my nigga. What is you doing? Don't be coming over here talking about my shit and we got company over. What is you doing, nigga? Senegal played Belgium today. And to be fair, Senegal should have won that game. I'm a little hurt, you know what I'm saying? I'm really upset because I absolutely had no faith in Belgium. None. Period. I had about the same level of faith in Belgium as KDB did. And I know KDB had no faith in Belgium. I know that for a fact. Don't ask me how. Go do your research. Go do your history. Matter of fact, it's on the screen. Matter of fact, it's on the screen now. You know what I'm saying? If this video comes out on the late, it's because I had to make sure this was on the screen. I had as much faith in Belgium as KDB did. Excuse me, I'm a little lit. I had as much faith in them as KDB did. I expected Senegal to go through. Senegal has been in tough games, tough matches before, and been able to win out. AFCON, people don't take it seriously, but there's some serious football being played in AFCON. You know what I'm saying? These teams is not just donkeys every tournament. You know what I'm saying? Some of us have been paying a little attention. I don't pay that much attention. This is my first time really investing, having a real investment in this Congolese team. Okay? This is my first real one. Alright? I'm a bandwagon jumper too. I'm jumping on the bandwagon just like y'all. So I need y'all to act accordingly. Don't come over here talking about my shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Senegal were in a tougher group. They had to play They started off their World Cup against France. We see what France is doing. Their second game was against probably, arguably, the best striker on the planet right now, Erling Haaland. You know what I'm saying? He's been getting a goal. He's been doing his thing. Okay? You see what they did to my other squad, Ivory Coast. You see what they did to Ivory Coast. They didn't play them off the field, but Erling Haaland got a chance and he took it. Wasn't even involved in the game that much. Got a chance and he took it. These games are about margins, okay? Now, a lot of these African teams, the experts, didn't even expect them to do anything in this tournament, all right? Senegal is one of the few teams that was kind of universally looked at to do something. And they had a tough group. They were in all their matches. I watched that France game. They were in the game until France just took it up another level. I watched the Norway game. They played Norway, right? Yeah, they were in that game. They were in that game the whole time. Lost out. Played their last game against Iraq. Bopped them off the field. 5-0. They had to. That effort is what got them into the knockouts. Some teams came to the World Cup and didn't win any games. You know what I'm saying? Some teams came to the World Cup and had to do anything they can to get out of the group stage. Just survive. Senegal came, played tough games, got out of the group, and put points on the board. Okay? It's a luxury for them to even have the expectation of people looking at them like they should go far in this tournament. That's a luxury for a lot of teams around the country. I can't even just speak about AFCON. It's a luxury for a lot of teams because Italy's not even at the World Cup. Okay? And they have one of the top 5 leagues in the world. Not even at the World Cup. So let's, you know what I'm saying? Don't be coming over and talking about my shit. Okay? I can only iterate this so many times. I'm going to keep reiterating. Okay? Now, let's get into the real shit. Senegal absolutely capitulated. Completely capitulated. Picked up two goals. Had to defend for most of that game. And Lukaku comes on the field and somehow what he's doing, he's not a player that's looked at and respected in Europe like that. But if you go look at his numbers, he has every reason to be respected. But why is he not respected like that? Because the way his game looks, I can understand if somebody says that. But there's other reasons as well. You know what I mean? So don't be coming over here and talking about my shit. Because when Lukaku came in, Congolese man, came in the game for Belgium. Changed the game completely. Gave Belgium a chance. And that's all they needed was a chance because Senegal, tired legs, end of the game, frantic now. Not even frantic, just a little bit that much more nervous in the situation. This is knockout football. It's win or go home. Assholes are tight. Booty holes are tight. You know what I'm saying? It's serious right now. It's serious. It's win or go home. Tears are being shed. I know it hurts. I know it hurts. It's okay. It's okay. Act like you've been here before. Alright? We can't go bash Senegal now for showing up at the World Cup and doing what they were supposed to do. And they lost the game in a pretty bad fashion. But they also lost the game to a penalty. We don't respect that. We don't respect winning off a penalty here, off a controversial penalty at that. But let's take off the controversial aspect. Let's just take that off because we don't want to use that as an excuse. They just lost out in a bad way. They lost out on a penalty. We don't respect winning off penalties over here, bro. Not over here. Not over here. That's not a legit win. You had to be saved by the ref. It's not a legit win. I'm telling you, if Congo had only gotten through by scoring a penalty, nobody would respect that. Us, even as fans, we wouldn't respect that. We wouldn't look at it like they played well. But because they got back into their match, the Uzbekistan game, they got back into their match penalty, and they put 2 more goals in. That's what we want to see as football fans. We want to see a good game. Goals come by very rarely. That's just a reality of this game. If you don't like that, don't watch it. It's that simple. Because goals aren't just going to be started getting... We're not just going to start seeing 5, 7, 8 goal games out of nowhere. We've seen some of these now. Germany, Curacao. You know, who else was it? There was a 2-2 game, a 4-4 goal game. There's been some numbers put on the board here. We've seen goals in damn near every game out here. There's been very few 0-0 games, 0-0 games. Very few of them. I'm ranting. So we can't get on Senegal for showing up and doing what they had to do. Yeah, they lost the game, but Germany, you know, a team that was one of the favorites to go far in this tournament should be getting way more flack than a Senegal. Yeah, we gotta give Senegal theirs, but Switzerland shows up to the World Cup all the time. I don't remember the last time Switzerland went and did something or was expected to do something. The Dutch, I think they made it to the semifinals. Is anybody really getting on the Dutch like that? Is anybody really getting on the Netherlands? Is anybody really getting on Virgil van Dijk? You know, he showed up to this World Cup, but I mean, it's another World Cup where, you know, you guys are knocked out pretty early. I think they made it to the semis last time. We're now regressing. Your coaches resigned. Do some of the players now take responsibility? These are the conversations we should be having. Senegal, they gotta hold theirs. We gotta look at Nicholas Jackson and players of the sort. We gotta look at some of these performances as, hey, how come they weren't able to beat a Norway? You know what I mean? Why weren't they able to find more goals in that game? Why was Holland able to pick up a goal late in the game for it to go the way it did? These are the kinds of questions we do have to ask about Senegal too. But we can't start talking about, oh, African teams can't finish. Nah, I'm not going for that shit, bro. I'm not going for that shit, bro. That shit's lame, bro. You know what I'm saying? You doing that for them. You doing that for them, and they don't even respect you, bro. Alright? They don't respect you. They don't respect you. Look at Romelu Lukaku. Alright? The evidence is there. Congo now. Congo. Baramboka.
Congo, y'all did exactly what y'all had to do. Super proud of y'all. Absolutely deserve to make it to the round of 16, but I'm not mad at it. Y'all played well. Y'all played, I don't know, this was the best game of the tournament for me. Congratulations, Congo. Well done. We'll see you guys next year. 2020, 2030 is ours.
Congo again, very proud of that performance. We were the better team for almost the entire game, pretty much. You know, it just came down to just simple quality. They just had everything. They have a game breakthrough. It's just, we did all that we could. Very proud of them again. Great performance from them. This is the best football I've ever seen them play.
I'm very, very proud of the performance. I feel like we played a really good game. I feel like we played our best game, but it just came down at the end. We got unlucky.
So I don't know where I included the clips from the match, from right after the match and during the match and all that. Not sure where all that. I put all that out. I got to speak to my editing guy. You know what I'm saying? Where's my mirror? Where's my mirror? I got to speak to my editing guy because I got to figure out where I'm going to put all that stuff in. But excuse me if I I say all that to excuse myself if I reiterate some of the same points. But I told my cousin before the match, man, I think watching the way these games have gone, first match against Portugal, we defended 4-4-2, deep block the whole time, holding on, kept them to 1 goal. Got our own goal, nicked our own goal, a header off a cross, open play goal, respectable goal. All right, it wasn't a penalty that tied that game up. All right, open play goal, cross. I want to say off a corner, whatever. Wisa heads it in. All right, did what we had to do in that game. Got a point. We're a smaller nation. We're the lesser team against Portugal, one of the top 5, top 10 ranked teams in the world. You just want the point in group stages, all right? Second game, we play against Colombia. Not that high, not as highly ranked as a Portugal per se, but still a team you have to respect. And we went into that game playing a 5-3-2. I think we also played a 5-3-2 against Portugal. So I said 4-4-2. We played a 5-3-2 in our first 2 games. Probably gave Colombia a little bit too much respect. A game that we could have got more out of, but we looked tired out there. We gave a lot during the Portugal game in defense. But honestly, I don't know what it was. I'm going to keep it real on this channel. I think them niggas went out. I think Wisa had himself a little good time in Houston, and I think Mutusami had himself a little good time in Houston. I don't know what them niggas was doing, whether they was staying up late for whatever reason it was. Them niggas was tired. You could see it on the field. Them niggas was tired, bro. And for me, unless they're just out of shape, for me, I don't think they should have been that tired. Okay, watching the first game. Bakambu. Now, they're different people, but Bakambu, the 9 up front in the first match, did a lot of running. In that second game, he did a lot of running, pressing from the front. And I just feel like had they pressed together, the front of Wisa and Bakambu, I think we could have got something a little bit more out of that game. I say all that to say we took a loss in that game, played defensively in that game. Uzbekistan, now, it's the first game we were on the front foot. We knew we were a better team, and we played more attacking. And we put away 3 goals. And I was talking to my stepdad earlier, and he was telling me that some of those players came up in Congo, and they played in Congo. And you can see it on the field. You see a Mayele, you see a Simpeng, I don't know how to say his name, I want to say it's Chimpenga, a Buku, a Mayele. These guys, when they on the ball, you can see Bao Sobabatu, Bao Salabaje. They're doing tricks, they're doing skills, they're playing that Jogo Bonito type football, they're playing that street ball type style. That we saw a little bit of that in that Uzbekistan, and that's what we saw today against England. I told my cousin before the game that we got to play more attacking in this game if we want to get after them for real, for real. And that's exactly what we did. I didn't expect them to do that. I thought we were going to do what we did in the Portugal game. Just sit back, deep block, 4-4-2, and we're going to defend the whole game. That's exactly what I expected to see. And I saw the complete opposite. I saw a match, a real football match being taken to England from my country. Their first time ever even playing England in the World Cup. First time playing in a knockout stage. In a knockout, like what? Played a great game. Chimpenga gets a goal early off a overhit cross. I want to say it was definitely Bemba, but I want to say he was playing the ball for Wisa, who was making a run. And I want to say he just overplayed it. Now, if he played that intentionally, that's even more amazing, because the ball lands for Chimpenga, goes over Jed Spence's head, I believe. Lands at Chimpenga's feet. He has a little second, takes the shot, near post, goes in. Jordan Pickford is stunned. Declan Rice is like, by Declan Rice's reaction, that is the entire England nation's reaction in that moment. They never expected to go down in that game. And I want to say even the coach of Congo had no plan for us going up in that game. I think the plan was to be more attacking. I think the plan was to get after them, because he started Chimpenga, he started Mbuku, he started Wisa at the number 9, and he played Kuaku in the middle, and they played a flat 4-3-3, and they switched the game up, and they took the game to England. And yeah, man, they did exactly what they should have. That's exactly what they should have done, because I knew England coming into this match, they've already played a Ghana who held them 0-0 in their second game. So Tuchel and those guys would have come into this match expecting Congo, the lesser team, to play that same type of football. Deep block, 4-4-2, we're just going to sit back and defend. They had game footage to go off of with the Portugal game. You know what I mean? And watch how these guys are going to play that 5 at the back. How are they going to defend? They had the Colombia game to use, because they played much a similar fashion. Straight defense. And we completely changed the game, and it took England by complete surprise. They were completely stunned in that first half. We could have gotten a second goal in that first half. One chance, just marginally off. And that's what I say about margins. Marginally off by Wisa. Marginally off. Wisa, who redeemed himself from that Game 2 performance in the Game 3, scoring a penalty and putting in the third goal. Open play. Marginally misses that goal. Right in front of the goal. Near post. Pickford is not getting to it where it could have gone. Had it just been just a few inches to the left, that ball goes in. Or even bounces in and bounces. Or bounces off Pickford and bounces in. Margins, bro. England come into the second half. They're chasing the game. Now, you can see they're getting tired and they're getting desperate. They're just putting every ball in. They're playing crosses. They're doing everything they can at this point. And that defense held on for 60 minutes of that game. 68 minutes of that game. That defense held on. Wan-Bissaka was dribbled past in this World Cup 0 times. No one was getting past Wan-Bissaka. Nobody was getting past him. Literally no one got past him in this tournament. But margins, they leave Anthony Gordon a little bit of space. And when you leave a top class or plays at a top league, a top club in said league, arguably, he's going to play at Barcelona next year. When you leave a guy like that too much space and he's allowed to play the pass he wants to, play it to one of the best strikers in the world, playing for Bayern Munich, made it to the semifinals of the Champions League last season. When you play the ball across, when you play across to that guy enough times, eventually he's gonna put one in. It's just numbers, man. You give a team too many chances, and eventually one's gonna go in. Or sometimes they don't take it. But when they're that good, when they're that quality, just numbers wise, you're giving them more chances, literally, to put a goal in eventually, and they did. Eventually, Harry Kane got the tying goal, and tired legs, tired brains. Until you've been in that moment defending a whole game, a lot of people, everything on that field, everything these guys do looks easy. You know what I'm saying? So you forget that these guys aren't the same level of player, number one. And number two, like, they're tired. They're tired as fuck. They're tired as fuck, bro. That Congolese team didn't even prepare together before the World Cup. They were dealing with Ebola issues and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the team, it's not the same team that was at AFCON. Like, not all these guys played together. You know what I mean? They're not a well-oiled machine like that. So for me, the performance they put on today, giving England a real test, giving England a real game, giving them something to fear, giving them something to remember going forward. Unfortunate that we didn't get the win. I would have wanted the win. I wanted the win. But I'm definitely proud of this team. It's another story. Another story for me that it wasn't expected, and it's one that it's very personal to me, and it's come to be like my favorite story out of this World Cup so far. So yeah, man, England going forward. Oh, it's looking rough for them. All right, they have Mexico next. Mexico is on smoke right now. Mexico is going to be playing at home. Mexico is on absolute fire right now. Mexico is playing with all the momentum in the world right now. And Mexico play well. They're playing together. And Mexico are going to give them a game. And it's going to be what they experienced today. I want to say maybe times 5. You know? Yeah, man. No, today. No. They had more fans out there today than Congo did. A lot of Congolese people had to go to work. A lot of police people did not expect us to get this far. So that game right there wasn't one that was marked off to make plans to go to. So the English were there. This is the game. Well, they knew they could go to this game because it's the first game of the knockouts. Of course they're going to be there. You know what I mean? So, home court advantage is not something this England team is going to have in this next game. So, they are going to have a fight. It's the best way for me to put it. I'm going to keep saying it. They're going to have a fight. And I can't wait. I'm very excited. I will be a Mexican man on Tuesday. Believe that, boy. I'm gonna be a Mexican on Tuesday, boy. I don't give a fuck. No, Sunday night at 8 o'clock. I'm Mexican. Let's go. All right, so
Played well in the first half. Amazing first half. Got off to a quick start, way faster start than I thought. Ideal situation as far as that goes, but man, I knew that second half was going to be tough. I knew that second half was going to be a slog. It was going to be a fight, and just at the end, England just had enough quality to go through, man. Ultimately, that's all it came down to. They just have enough world-class players. They're going to get enough chances. They had most of the possession, and we just had to hang on, and we couldn't do it. They got one, thought we could hang on till extra time. They got one more chance, they took it. And that's what world-class players do. So, Congo, y'all did great. Y'all did great. Y'all came to fight, y'all came to play. Y'all took a couple W's, you know what I'm saying? And now, you know, hey, we go back home, we work on some things, and we come back. Come back. And that's the most important part. Now we're looking forward to AFCON, and now we're looking forward to the hate watch against Argentina. Let's go.
Appropriately enough, we about to talk about my favorite team in this tournament. We about to talk about a team that's rolling, a team that I told y'all had quality, and a team that I told y'all had that Christian Pulisic, I don't know why I'm having trouble saying that name. He might not be the best player on this team, bro. And I think if I was the only one saying that before, I think a lot of people kind of seen that today. That, hey man, we got some quality on this team for real. We got some nice players on this team for real. We got some danger men on this team. Unfortunately, you know, one of them picked up a red card and won't be playing next game, and I hate it for him because he's played well, and that's Florian Balogun. Call him Florin Balogun will not be playing next game. Picked up a red card. Unfortunate. It was clearly unintentional, and just, you know, putting his foot down, looking to play physical, and just stepped on the guy's ankle, and looked worse in slow motion. Wasn't called a red card in the moment, but VAR called it back and said, hey, you gotta check this. And yeah, I don't personally think that's a red card, but at the end of the day, it don't really matter what I think because he's not playing next game. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure something out. But they played a good game up until that point. After that, they played probably an even better game for the United States, going down to 10 men against Bosnia, who have had to play a lot of knockout games just to get to this point. Congo had to play a lot of knockout games just to get to this point as well, mind you. But we're talking about Bosnia right now. Bosnia had to play a lot of knockout games to get to this point, so they've been in these stressful situations. So being one down, and the other team has 10 men, they should have been a team that was doing everything and should have put more pressure on the United States. But the United States, solid team, bro. Like, realistically, they're a solid team. Like, I can't even hate on them a little bit. And I'm biased, but I really try not to be biased when it comes to the United States because the United States fan base is so biased that they can't tell what they're looking at half the time. I think a lot of them do genuinely watch football, but I think the bias is so baked in that they can't separate that, hey, like, they're not really playing that well. But this team is playing that well, so we don't have to worry about that. Weston McKennie had another great game. He's played every game this tournament. He's showed up to every game this tournament. He has been a wonder. He is doing everything. He's picking up the ball from deep. He's making runs into the final third. He is getting on the ball and picking out passes. He's keeping the ball. He's winning tackles. I mean, he's doing everything you want from a midfielder. He's coming off his best season at Juventus. I wouldn't know because I don't watch Serie A. But he's played well, and I'm glad to hear that he's played well. I like Weston McKennie since he's been around, since his days at Schalke. I've been a fan of him. I'm glad that he's at a serious football team, a football team with some history, that they have expectations, and if he's doing what he's supposed to on that team, I mean, hey, that is good news. They don't have all donkeys over there. They're still a good team. They're still Juve. They may be doing some political things that, they may be doing some things that might be legally questionable, but that's all back office stuff. You know what I'm saying? On the field, he's out there with guys like an Adrian Rabiot, and like I said previously, I don't know how Rabiot keeps getting into the French team, but Rabiot is on that French team, and he plays with the Weston McKennie. And just because two guys play together don't mean that they're both amazing or anything like that, but that's just the type of quality that he's playing with at a regular basis, and that's what I like to see from American players, and that's why it's so important for our players to be in these top level teams and leagues, because that's where, in my opinion, that true quality is formed, in these practices when you're playing. That's why I think Real Madrid is so good, because they go get the best guys, and now they have the best guys playing against the best guys. So you're just, that's why they can rely on pure moments of brilliance to get them through football games, and win them Champions Leagues, because they just have so many players. So it does matter when it comes to that. The United States now have a few options on that field outside of a Christian Pulisic to be a dangerous team and to make games competitive. And like I said, after the red card by Folarin Balogun, who bagged a goal as well, a great goal, he put the ball in the back of the net twice. One of them called back. He was just offside. But every time he gets a chance, an even perceived chance, he's putting that ball in the back of the net. And I am heartbroken he's not going to play in that next game. The most important game of any World Cup we've been to, against Belgium, a rematch from 2014, a game I watched, a game I was heartbroken to lose. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. World Cup, bro. Rematch. I get to watch my team rematch the team that broke my heart 12 years ago, and they just broke our hearts. They broke y'all hearts just today. You know what I'm saying? So it's not my first rodeo out here. I'm sorry that, Senegal and these African teams are, Ivory Coast even losing late at the end of the game. Yeah, that's another team that lost to Norway. Margins, bro. Margins. It just is. They might have tied. Senegal might have tied their second game. I don't know if they lost that game against Holland. They might have tied. I think they tied. I can't remember. But yeah. What are the United States going to do? Are we going to go back to a 3-5-2 like we played against Australia? Are we going to just replace Balogun for Pepe straight up? Are we going to move some players around? Possibly play Tillman in the 9, or possibly play someone else in the 9? Who knows? I don't know. I think they're probably going to go back to a 3-5-2. Maybe that's why they played that position, that way in the first place. Or maybe maybe we'll play way up front. I don't know. I don't think Way's played up front in a while. But yeah, I don't know. We got Pepe. He's done well so far. We haven't purely relied on Balogun. He's been a piece. He's been a big piece. He's scored big goals. He scored great goals. But he's not the only option we have out there. And Malik Tillman is arguably our best player, and I think he showcased that today. Putting a free kick in, beautiful free kick, well taken. Goalie probably should have done better. Well, I'll keep it 100 there. Goalkeeper probably should have saved that. Looked like it was savable, but hey, I've never been a goalkeeper. I couldn't tell you something like that. So maybe it was unsavable. But great goal, down 10 men. Way to just ice the game from there on. United States just held on and just kept a clean sheet, and just got the win like they should have. They're the better team in that situation, and just like England, they got their chances, they took them. They just didn't concede a chance, and they're a better team. It just is the truth of it, and that's how those games are supposed to go when you're playing a lesser team. That's just how it's supposed to go. But games like the Senegal game, where Belgium plays like crap the whole game and they nick it late because one player came in and changed, hey, that happens too. That's football. That's football, man. It's not going to always go like we expect. So hang in there, guys. Honestly, this has been one of the most exciting World Cups to watch. I'm biased. Don't take my opinion on it as far as like quality of World Cups compared to other ones. This is my favorite World Cup all time because it's at home. Literally going places and watching it with other people. I watched the American game at home because I've been at work all day. Or I've been working all day. Yeah, that sucks. But I'm blessed to even be able to cover this and to cover my favorite teams and actually even watch my favorite teams play. Like, it's awesome. It's dope. It's dope. It's simple for me. It's dope. Let's see real quick. Let's look at some of the matchups we got coming up. I think tomorrow we have... I can look at it right here, actually. Tomorrow we have Spain, Australia. We have Spain, Austria. Now I'm tripping because I have to look at it on my phone. Is that the groups? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Yeah. So tomorrow, 3 o'clock, Spain, Austria. Portugal, Croatia. And Switzerland, Algeria. I got Spain winning, I got Portugal winning, and I got Egypt winning. I've been doing pretty bad with some of my predictions so far. I was wrong about Germany going through. I was wrong about Ivory Coast going through. And I was wrong about Congo going through. You know what I'm saying? But I was right about the rest. The Brazil going through. Did I say that in that video? I don't know if I mentioned that in that video. I really had Japan going through, but... realistically, I had Brazil going through, but I wanted Japan to go through just because it's like I wanted Japan to win the whole thing. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like I can say that I didn't get that right either. Come on, guys. Like, come on. Are we gonna do that? Okay. All right. Well, like, comment, share. Like, comment. Share, hype, do all that stuff in the comments. I appreciate y'all. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. I'm about to go.
It's hatred towards Congo, period.